Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you are amazing. Previously, let me introduce myself. I am Intan Putri Ayuni with student ID 20030500001. And today, I will explain the intrinsic and extrinsic elements from the movie or the film. The title is Maleficent. For the first thing in intrinsic elements is characters. The first is major characters. There are Angelina Jolie as Maleficent, Elle Fanning as Princess Aurora, Michelle Pfeiffer as Queen Ingrid, Chiwetel Ejiofor as Connell, Sam Riley as Devil, Ed Skrein as Bora, Jane Murray as Gerda, Imelda Staunton as Nutgrace, Juno Temple is This Levitt, Leslie Manville as Flittle, Judith Sackney as Shrike. And the second is minor characters. The first is Harris Dickinson as Prince Philip and Robert Lindsay as King John. The second things in intrinsic elements is about plot. Here are 4 series of events. The first is exposition. There are 2 kingdoms are Morse as a fairy tales kingdom and the Allstate as a human kingdom. So Aurora as a queen in Morse kingdom and Ingrid as a queen of Allstate kingdom. The prince of Allstate is Prince Philip and Aurora fall in each other. Then he engaged the Queen Aurora. Actually, his mother had the Morse kingdom, and she had planned to fight with the Morse kingdom. But his family invite Aurora to dinner at their kingdom. Maleficent, as the guardian of Morse kingdom, don't believe them and ask Aurora to not accept them. But Aurora is not believe Maleficent. Ingrid always say bad about Maleficent at that time. Also Maleficent too. Maleficent met and gave her magic energy. Believes that unrealistic, but the queen can't wake her husband through the kiss because she's not love him. Maleficent asked Aurora to go home, but Aurora wanna follow her. Maleficent said and go away, but the believed person of Ingrid shoot the Maleficent, and she fall in the sea. But life is saved by Connell and Bora as the middle of conflict. But Maleficent disagreed to forgive the Queen Aurora. The second events of this plot is complication and rising action. There are Aurora realized the unkind of Ingrid when she knows that humans take a lot of flowers from her kingdom for the fight. Ingrid said that she is very hate the Morse kingdom and cursed the death of her brother. Maleficent and the Dark Fae go to the Morse for save the flowers, but they are known by humans, and Connell is killed. Bora said that the fight. Gerda take out the kill red sand with played the piano, but the little fairy are saved the congrats, and this Levitt made the Gerda fall in from above and dead. The fairy tried to fight the Allstate until the Maleficent take out her phonics magic and will kill Ingrid, but Aurora asked to don't do it. But Ingrid shoot Aurora and Maleficent saved her. Aurora cried and very mad with Ingrid, but her tears that can wake the Maleficent. And the third event of this plot is climax. See that Ingrid made Aurora fall out from the castle, but again and again Maleficent saved her. Phillips showed that there is no fight again between Morse and Alsted. Maleficent accepts their wedding and back to be a fairy. Maleficent broke her black magic and awaked John from his sleep. Ingrid half catched by the dark fae and Maleficent changed her to be a god until her accept everything. The last event of this plot is resolution. After the wedding of Aurora and Phillips, Maleficent back to the moors with the dark fae and teach the young fairy to fly. The next of intrinsic elements is setting. So, the setting are in the Morse Kingdom, Castle of Morse, Kingdom of Alsted, in the sea, in the cave, canyon, and cliff. For the fourth of the intrinsic elements is point of view. So the point of views are used the first and second person point view. The next is about style. So I think the sets, costumes, makeup are things don't look realistic but for fantasy environment. And this film pulls it off really well. The last about intrinsic elements is themes. So the themes is fantasy, magic love, a mother's love, and the bond between a mother and daughter. Alright, now we come to the second is about the extrinsic elements. The first is about social culture. The social culture consists of feminism, the culture that the women always number two, but in this film shows that the women has a big power and always the number one. Because of that, this film shows the power of men is big or little. And the second is the Linda Wolfweston biography as the writer of this film, and she is an American screenwriter, playwright, and novelist. And she is born on December 19, 15 at Long Beach, California. Now she is 69 years old. And her books are the first is Running Before the Wind and Star Wine. Her educations are in California State University, Fullerton, California State University, Long Beach. Alright, that's all about the writer of the Maleficent movie. Alright, and now we come to the last extrinsic elements is about moral values of the movie. So the moral values that we can get or take from that film are: the first is there is no loss the love of mom to her child. And the second is some of we can see is not like we see. And the third is don't judge someone from her or his look. And the fourth is beauty not mean that kind, and the darker not mean that bad. And the fifth is having the word accept you for who you are. And the last is someday we will meet someone love whoever you are. Alright, I think that's all for me about the intrinsic and extrinsic elements from the film. The title is Maleficent 2. That's all for me. Let's say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.